morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Suchitra Pillai, your host for today. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Dun & Bradstreet CtrlS India's Top 500 Companies 2021 virtual conference. For more than 2 decades, Dun & Bradstreet has been organizing this event as a tribute to the Indian corporate sector, and especially to India's top 500 companies who epitomize the driving force of the Indian economy. These top 500 companies have consistently grown faster than the Indian economy over the past 21 years, and they contribute to nearly 16% of India's GDP. Today, we have gathered together to acknowledge their role as the champions of India's economic growth story and resilience. Some of the key highlights to look forward to today, ladies and gentlemen, are keynote addresses by several distinguished personalities, the release of the publication India's Top 500 Companies 2021, and the presentation of the Corporate Awards 2021. There are multiple highlights in the 2021 edition. This year's theme revolves around the most discussed imperative for businesses across the globe: environmental, social, and governance (ESG) priorities. As a matter of fact, ESG factors are quantifiable measures of a company's sustainability and social impact. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced the world to give a serious thought to the risk of uncertainties and to pursue a green recovery and responsible growth. ESG has therefore become critical for compliance and risk managers as well as for potential investors. Given this reality, the theme for this year's India's Top 500 Companies 2021 event is laying the foundations for an ESG-Ready Corporate India, which is quite apt. Before I proceed, I will take this opportunity to express our gratitude to our event partners. Our title partner, CtrlS, our life insurance partner, Life Insurance Corporation of India, our co-partners, Sodexo SVC India Private Limited, and Acute Ratings and Research Limited. Our branding partners, National Mineral Development Corporation and NTT Data Business Solutions Private Limited, and all our publication partners. Once again, we invite you to share your experiences of this conference and your views on various social media platforms. And do not forget to use the hashtags #DNB Top 500 and #DNB Corporate Awards. It's time now for us to welcome a leader par excellence. He's the founder of CtrlS, the world's largest rated 4 data center. He's also the founder and CEO of Cloud4C, the world's leading cloud-managed services provider, serving Fortune 500 clients. A pioneer in the information and communications industry, he has spent the last 2 decades building innovative technology solutions in cloud computing and infrastructure, energy management, and software development. He's also the founder and chairman of the Pioneer Group of Companies. He's also closely involved with TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs, a non-profit organization devoted to empowering entrepreneurs across industries and stages. Ladies and gentlemen, time now to welcome Mr. Sridhar Pinappareddy with a huge round of applause.
Hello, everyone. Environment, society, governance. It is our collective responsibility. It is our individual commitment as well. The earth needs healing. Corporates like us are at a vantage point, and we all can make a difference. And there is a selfish, vested interest in doing so too. Businesses cannot survive, let alone thrive, in a broken world. Sustainability makes a very good business sense. Sustainable development goals, as put forth in 2015 Paris Agreement, see a whopping $2 to $3 trillion investments every year, unlocking limitless possibilities. In fact, one of the largest CPG brands in the world has reported that there is a 30% faster growth for its sustainable brands over the other brands that they own. While founding CtrlS, we decided to make ESG as our key differentiator. This led to over 80 innovations, several of them leading to national and global awards and recognition for CtrlS. Ladies and gentlemen, the facade of our 11-story data center in Mumbai, every inch of it is a solar panel. We breathe in the sun and power our utilities with its shine. We have over 1 megawatt solar plant in Mumbai DC and another smaller one in Bengaluru. We increased our use of renewable energy by 1200x in the last 3 years. And last year alone, we reduced our carbon dioxide emission by 11,360 tons. We are glad when our efforts were recognized by US Green Building Council with the Regional Leadership Award of USGBC, making a first in data center category, followed by a Golden Peacock Award for eco-innovation. You are the first, and I hope there will be many more walking the talk. Our commitment to sustainable and resilient buildings and communities remains uncompromised. Each of our 6 hyperscale data centers are LEED Platinum certified green data centers. We are committed to be carbon neutral by 2030. We are happy to have built a culture of respect and care towards the environment as we take businesses to the cloud. Talking of culture, inclusivity and diversity cannot be badges of honor. I do not believe in tokenism. It is not about celebrating a Women's Day or force-fitting representation to tick a box for regulatory compliance. We heard a lot of things: equity before equality, inclusivity beyond diversity, society before self. These words ring hollow if they are not practiced in day-to-day life. Our teams are diverse. At CtrlS, opportunities do not differentiate on color, caste, creed, race, religion, language, or gender. We do not believe in having a woman colleague. We have colleagues, not badges. And giving to society is not just a photo op for us. This pandemic brought us face to face with some brutal realities. Resources were scarce. It was a sobering reminder not to let the guard down. We vaccinated our colleagues and their families as fast as we could. We tried to ease the pain of our fellow citizens by procuring oxygen concentrators and donating them to the hospitals around India. Today, we are better prepared to face the third wave. Society is you and me. We must have each other's back. It is a very simple equation. Being a sports enthusiast myself, I find it fulfilling when we enable young talent to perform better. When Isha Singh would be shooting her air pistols in Tokyo Olympics, the cheers will be high in CtrlS corridors as her sponsor. When our young table tennis enthusiasts hold their own at the national, international level, it would be a matter of pride for the CtrlS family. Recently, we also sponsored National Track Cycling Championship, the first of its kind with global recognition. With the little support we can offer, we aim to fire global ambitions in our young talents. Governance brings order. It is a mandate to stay true to the lofty ideals we put before us. I am a doer. I believe in action, and action is what is needed. And action is what we take. Corporate governance practices are not just mandatory requirements, but a way to demonstrate transparency. We are upfront about our actions and publishing the ESG report as a part of our business responsibility and reporting framework. We also put together the EHS policy. We created a fully evolved and responsible core office to oversee adoption of business ethics, anti-money laundering policy, and whistleblower policies. A senior chief compliance officer is there to ensure fair practices and resolve any undesirable instance. We hold ourselves responsible to build a sustainable world. Good governance fosters goodwill, as you all would agree. India, despite recent shrinkage, is one of the most powerful economies in the world. As corporates, our growth and profitability is tied to the recovery of not just our economy, but people and society. We reap dividends only if we invest and invest wise. Environment, society, and governance. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the hottest stocks to invest in. With this, I thank Dun & Bradstreet for the opportunity to share my perspective on ESG practices. Thank you.